I love watching house washes, and that's a 25 degrees, so we're using very little, minimum pressure at all. It's all about getting soap on the house. It's not about running the green. You know, a lot of times we see all this green and we just want to keep spraying the green, spraying the green. It's about getting the soap on the house, getting the sodium hypochlorite on the house, so that way it can do its work. It's actually killing the mold, it's killing the organic matter, and that is what we need to do. It's not about just keep spraying it. Again, it's not about pressure. I can show you what pressure does. Pressure does not clean at the end of the day. This is called soft washing. Again, it is make the dirt go away. So it's kind of cold today. I'm in a sweatshirt, but this right here is pressure washing. This was done using a pressure washer. If you look, it is still dirty. Still see dirt up underneath there where they've cleaned it. That's not how we clean. We clean with soap. Otherwise, it does not clean without soap. When we take a bath and a shower, we do not clean with high pressure. We clean with low pressure, 50, 60, 80 PSI, and we clean with 60, 70, 80 PSI, and we use soap, whether it's a bar of soap, it's a loofah with soap, we use soap to clean. And so that's what we're doing with this house. You can see it's starting to turn brown, and when it turns brown, that means it will come right off when we go to rinse it. Now, today, it's kind of cold. We're only about 50, 55 degrees, and yes, temperature does have effect on our house washing and our soap ability. You know, those are things that we have to do. So he's turned off his, nope, you still turned on soap. He's gonna hit it one more time, hitting the old plastic rails. Are you doing the deck or just house? You're just hitting the deck to be nice?
Be nice.
Yeah, these are the easy kind of decks. They're PVC. They're very simple to clean. Yeah, landmines, I seen the landmines earlier. Nice, gentle cleaning. Look at that green down there, green. What's interesting about this house is I personally actually cleaned this house probably about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I cleaned this house, and that was when I owned my own business, and today, DJ got contacted. I actually did the deck and the house. DJ's just doing the house, but I did this house many years ago. So that is something cool about this house here that we're doing. I remember this one vivid because it's got that PVC decking, or the deck, and it was just something that we cleaned. And so these are some things that are cool when you do house washing, and you get to go back and do the house again. That would have been a good thing to take a picture of. Always take pictures.
Didn't even say it.
Did you do it? That's why even if we took a picture from this side, where I always tell people to take pictures, and we get those two views, I could probably zoom into my picture and say, yep, that was there. I didn't do that. Not every time we're gonna see all the issues when we are going through this stuff. That is the nice thing about the 10 gallon, and is you can soak the whole thing with a 25 degree nozzle. Is that the 5 degree there?
That's 25.
Oh, the one you got, that's 5 right now, isn't it?
No, that's 5.
Ah. Yeah, it's shooting up there just fine. As cold as it is, I'd probably hit that other side. Now, since you can see that we have let this side sit, this is what we call dwell time. So we sprayed it before, we put the soap on, we just put a nice layer of soap on, and now we let it sit, and we don't want it to dry, obviously. If it dries, that can be bad, because that'll actually cause oxidation. But we've let this side sit right here, and here you can see that all the green is pretty much gone. There's a little bit over here, but even this isn't so green anymore. It's more of a light brown color. Light brown color is a good color. That means it is dying. Again, we don't want it to dry, but you can see it's all nice and working. And that is what we call dwell time. Dwell time is what we do to make sure that we are letting it sit on the house. And we usually want to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. And some of that's going to depend on how hot it is, what the temperature is, all of those things that can affect dwell time. You know, here it's cold, so, you know, we can do 2 sides. Most of the time, if we're up in the 70s, 80 degrees, you know, I really suggest only do 1 side. We did 2 sides a day, and it's already starting to dry down here on the end, right down here, and it's only 50 degrees. If it was hotter than that, then that is the problem. So you can see right there is where it's drying. So this is why we only do 1 side at a time, to make sure that we don't let it sit too long, because sodium hypochlorite is an oxidizer, and an oxidizer will oxidize the house. And so that's why we want to make sure that we are cleaning it and not getting it only do 1 side at a time. That dirt is running down like no other. It just can't get off there fast enough. Look at that dirt. Look how dirty that stuff is. Ew. As Mr. Ernest would do. Ew. Ew. And his other famous line, or was it, no, that wasn't him. I'm thinking of somebody else there. Did I do that? I'm going to way back when. Some of you all don't even know, wasn't even born yet. Is it over here too? Oh yeah, it's full of shotgun fungus. We'll hit a video on that and talk a little bit about shotgun fungus. Do you know what shotgun fungus is? Well, you'll have to watch a video. Now we're rinsing. Again, using the 25, or you can use the 5 degree, but being that we're using a 10 gallon a minute pump, the 5 degree 25 is working pretty good. Again, we want that dirt to flow. We like when the dirt flows.